Hey guys, so besides my video of me meeting Carly, a lot of people have been requesting my meet and greet with Emily. So yeah, so Emily had a meet and greet at Barnes and Nobles in Warwick, Rhode Island, in August, like around like the 17th, 18th, 19th ish, somewhere around there. And I had it had been driving me nuts because she had so many dance classes like the week before, like master classes, but I had mandatory dance rehearsals every day, like that she had a class. That was driving me nuts. And so I remember I was on a road lesson and I was observing a driver and I was checking my phone, which I'm not supposed to do, but I was doing it anyway. And so I was on Twitter and I saw she tweeted like a Providence Journal thing saying that she can be at Barnes and Nobles. And oh, sorry. And usually if that had been like an older tweet, and usually like if I miss a few tweets, I just keep scrolling down, like I don't really scroll back up. But for some reason I did, and I'm so glad I did. Oh my goodness, because I wouldn't even have known that she was gonna have that meet and greet. So yeah, so then I texted my mom and I was like begging her to let me go, but it was the same day as my brother's party, so she was like, I don't really think so, and I was like, but please, I need to, it's Emily. And so then she ended up bringing me and it was great, and we got there like pretty early because we didn't know if there was going to be a lot of people, and so we got there pretty early, but then it was like 10 minutes before like it was even a thing, and like we didn't know what was happening because there's only 4 of the girls where it was supposed to be, so we were like, oh, this is awkward. And then so we were just kind of walking around, and I got some of like my summer reading books, and my mom shopped, I guess. And then I heard Emily's voice, which may sound creepy, but if you know Emily's voice, it's like very distinct. And so I like heard her voice, and I turned around, I was like, Mom, it's Emily. I started freaking out. And then some lady made an announcement saying that I'd be in like the Nook section or whatever. So we went over there, and then Emily walked over and she's like, hi. I was like, hi. And then she was just talking for a little bit, explaining what was going to go on and happen and all that jazz. And there weren't really a lot of people. There was, her mom came, her grandma came. Her grandma's so cute. Oh my goodness. Grandma was like tap dancing. She's so cute. And then her cousin Abby came. And so like, those were the people from her family. And then a lot of people from one certain studio came. There really weren't, there were probably like 9 other people there, I don't know. But so first what we did was we had a little meet and greet, and so I was one of the last people, and because I was so nervous, I had to like sit there and calm myself down. So I was one of the last people to meet her, and which ended up working out in my favor because they were kind of rushing people along, and then realized that since I was the last one, she gave me more time. So right, literally she had just met someone, and then I was going to be the next person for her to meet. Like, I was about to walk up to her, and the lady working at Barnes and Nobles was like, okay, now do you want to do a Q&A? And Emily was like, I still have one more person waiting to meet me. And the lady was like, oh, okay. And so I went up to her. She's like, hi. I was like, hi. And she's like, before getting to say, she's like, I love your hair. I was like, thanks. And she's like, it's so awesome. And I was like, thank you. And I was freaking out. And then I had like a little present for her, and so I was giving it to her, and she's like, is this for me? And I was like, yeah. She's like, you're the sweetest person. And then she gave me a hug. And then I was like, do you mind signing this? And she's like, no, of course not. And then so we were going in there, and it was a phone case. I meant to get Carly to sign it, but I didn't even think of it when I was meeting Carly. Like, I'm glad I remembered to have her sign my tour book. So so then Emily was signing it, and she was like, oh, I just talked on the phone to Carly today. And she was like, what's your name? And I was like, Kayla. And she's like, I'll tell her Kayla said hi. And I was like, yeah, I have a fan page for her. And she's like, oh, you're dancing with Carly. I was like, yeah. And she's like, oh my goodness, I literally stalk your Twitter and I favorite your tweets all the time. I love it. I'm obsessed. And I was freaking out because I was like, wait, I knew she followed me and like she had favorited some tweets, but I didn't know she like knew who I was. So I was really shocked. And then we were talking, and she was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to tell Carly I met you. She's gonna be so excited. And then I was like, oh wow. And then we were talking about tour and stuff, and then because then I was saying how I'm excited that they're gonna be there, and she's like, which one are you going to? And I was like, oh, the one in Worcester. And she's like, oh my goodness. And then her mom was like, hey, Emily was like, hey mom, this is the girl I was talking about on the way here. And she was like, dancing with who? And I was like, dancing with Carly. And she was like, oh yeah. And she was like, the family loves all your tweets. And I was like I was so shocked because like it's a fan account for Carly. And so I was like, oh, okay. And then so I was so shocked, and her mom was so sweet. And then so I was like, yeah, and I was like, thank you. And it was longer. Like the same thing with Carly. Like I didn't really fully understand, like I don't remember everything that happened, but that was basically it. And then after that we had a Q&A, and so we all just kind of sat down and asked questions, and there was like 3 girls there who could tell like really didn't watch the show, and we really don't know why they were there, but they were like randomly asking her random questions, whatever. And then so like every time like she would say something about Carly, or like if there's an awkward silence and nobody asked her question, she would like look at me like gesturing me to like ask a question. I was like, and then so I was like making up all these random questions to ask, and it was really fun. It was really great. That day was amazing. Oh my goodness. I was like everyone had like their like meeting her was really quick, and like but like me like it was a while, and it was really awesome and really special, and I'm really glad she did that. Like I'm so grateful, and I'm just so grateful I'm honestly so grateful I live near her, because I got that, and then I'm going to her class in 2 weeks. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. So I can't wait to make another video talking about her class and everything. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and yeah, thanks for watching.